I was wondering if you're going to finish that before I got the answer out. Yeah. No, it was really, really neat and really cool, and it was obviously a fast track to meet other people in the industry, which is what one of my goals was. It's like, I want to network with people, and this was like the easiest way to do it instead of standing in a long line to get an autograph. So
that was a huge con, too.
I mean,
at that time, even, you know?
Yeah, and even then, A-Kon is actually the oldest convention, anime convention in the country. It's not the biggest, but it is pretty big still, like between 20 and 30,000 a year.
Is that kind of would you say that is your home con? I mean, that's
I guess so, in a way, because I originally was from Dallas, and that's where I went to first as an attendee, and I've been a guest ever since. So I fly out now that I live in LA, they fly me out, and I host
so you do it every year?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Are there cons that you go to that you're kind of like a staple guest?
I was at SacAnime. I've been 4 times, and I think that they don't like people to go past like 2 or something like that, but I don't know if I'll be back to that one. My first convention was Anime Boston, and that was a fun one because the minute I got there, I saw a 3-story Best Buy, and I was like, yes, I want to go there. And so, but the problem was, they print out a schedule and they tell you what you're doing for the weekend. Sometimes that schedule doesn't match what the powers that be have, even though they're the ones that made the schedule. And so, I'm at the Museum of Science looking at a Naboo fighter, full-size one, an R2 unit, the world's largest Tesla coil, and I'm seeing that thing, they crank it on, it's like, and I'm watching it, and I get this call, and they're like, where are you? I'm like, I'm talking about it. I mean, I've got my schedule right here. I'm free until 4. It's like 1. And they go, no, you're supposed to be here for a signing right now. And they go, no, that's not what I'm seeing on my schedule right now. And they go, no, you are. And I go, no. And so I think they think like I went off and printed some mysterious other schedule that took out because it wasn't in there. And so I was like the puppy that, poo-poos on the floor, and then I did the little hookworm shuffle to try to get in their good graces again. But, talking about the dog, like, leg up, scoots across the... Anyway, it was, thank you, you were awesome. Thank you very much. But, Anime Boston was a lot of fun, and I haven't been back since. I don't know, I'd love to go back, but that was the first one.
Full cast.
That's okay. 3-story Best Buy.
I was wondering, what was it like for you? Did you like the character? What were you feeling as Hikaru from Host Club?
I was feeling, wow, these brothers love each other a lot. And who knew siblings could get so cool sleeping in bed naked together? That's what I thought.
Incest.
Yes. Yeah. Hi.
I have a question for Todd. I want to know what your favorite part about being deaf was.
My favorite what?
Your favorite part about being Death the Kid.
Oh, favorite part about being Death the Kid. I really like doing action adventure shows. I really like fighting, and I think it stems from the fact that I played Grand Theft Auto and continued with every sequel, and there's just something very satisfying about an old woman walking down the street minding her own business, and you've just unlocked a sawed-off shotgun, and you take the money that's in her purse because she's now dead. And so, I really like action adventure shows. Don't do that. Don't drive with your eyes shut for 7 seconds. Don't play Grand Theft Auto and just make it your mission to end the geriatrics in that town. Anyway, my favorite part about Death the Kid was the cool action, and the fact that it seems to me like One Piece, but honed imagination. It's like, because who could think of well, you know what, okay, we're gonna have Death the Kid, and his weapons are gonna be 2 women that turn into his guns. You would never see that in an American animation, I don't feel like. You would never see that. And so that's the coolest part, is that the imagination that's in the show, and the show looks very good. The artwork looks very good. And, I think it's groovy. I'd love to do more. In fact, tell you what, if you want to go to Japan, like, I think there's like a 2 o'clock flight, and you want to come back by Sunday and let us know that you have successfully secured more episodes of Soul Eater, I'm all about it. That's up to you. I'll give you some Pocky. Yes! I'll make the call.
Hey guys,
Howdy.
I got a question. So, Gohan versus Natsu in a battle to the death, who would win?
Who?
Gohan versus Natsu.
Natsu?
The fairy tale dragon wizard, fire wizard. I'm gonna go Gohan because Gohan has been in more fights. Like, Natsu's pretty powerful, but Gohan has that wisdom. Like, he's just seen a lot. He's like, I've seen 7-episode arc battles. Come on.
Yeah.
You know?
75 episodes to change a light bulb.
Yeah, you've seen it all. So I'm gonna go Gohan. Yeah, I say that.
He's still turning the knob. Yeah. Next time. When you have alien lineage, I guess that does give you somewhat of an advantage. Or you can change it to a monkey in the full moon. Or whatever. And then you cut your tail off. What are they thinking? If you sit there and try to read just like a Wikipedia version, it's like, what's Dragon Ball? Well, if you read it and what? This is, oh, Japan. That's usually my reaction when you try to summarize a plot to a show. Like, oh, brothers? And you're like, oh, Japan.
Sugoi! Kawaii! Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hi.
I just want to compliment you both on your work.
Thank you.
Oh, hey, thank you.
This one's for Todd. Can you say your favorite phrase as Hikaru or Sergeant Frog?
My favorite
What are your
phrase.
favorite phrases?
My favorite phrase would have to be from Sergeant Frog is that one, I can't say it here because it's got a bad word in it, but anything about destroying Pikapodians or taking over Pikapod is my favorite! And then, as Hikaru, anything involving like, well, Kaoru, if it's time to strip down and go to bed, even though it's 2 in the afternoon, I'm cool with that. I think that was the other one. Thank you.
Hi there.
Oh, Japan.
Oh, Japan.
Hi.
So, which type of home equipment do you guys have in voice set?
What's our home equipment setup?
Ooh. I have a $200 Marshall MXL 2003 condenser mic, not a USB. I have a USB preamp. Like you guys that do any voice acting or interested in voice acting, there's different mics. Obviously the USB mic is very popular now because it doesn't require an amp. You can just plug it directly into the USB port and you're good to go. So I have that for when I'm somewhere like, say, a con. So I've got a USB Apogee mic for my iPhone or iPad, and I actually did a bunch of stuff this morning, actually. But at home, just a regular condenser mic, about $200 on Amazon. And Audacity. I record with Audacity. It's a free recording software.
I have a TLM 103, which is the mics that Funimation uses. Motu 4 Pre, Grace M 101, Pro Tools 9.
How much does that cost?
All together, you're looking at about 3,500.
Yep.
And then the Whisper Room's another 11,000. So
That's a portable recording booth.
yeah, it's the big gray like thing. So
Your own TARDIS, basically.
you can eat in there, you can do whatever you want in there. Yeah, I've seen a lot of stuff happen in there.
That's right.
Thank you.
Yeah, I tend to record auditions from home. Rarely do I actually do projects like anime, games, cartoons. Got to go to the pro studio. But although you've invested a lot of money, so you could record stuff.
A lot of tears too.
A lot of tears.
That's a lot of tears as well. So
But tax write-off.
That's
by
true.
the that is for your job. So take
Yeah.
that up, Sam.
Hi.
Okay, so
Parappa. Kick, punch, it's all in the mind. If you wanna test me, I'm sure to find.
this has been my life. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I am a regular member of Team Haberkorn. I love the site, by the way. It's awesome. So what caused you to make Team Haberkorn?
actually wasn't my idea. Team Haberkorn is a fan club, the teamhaberkorn.com. It's a fan club where we support a no-kill animal shelter in Louisiana called the Acadiana Humane Society. And so, thank you for asking, actually. I was approached to start that fan club because I didn't have any, I just didn't think there was a thing for that, a market for it, really, you know what I mean? They approached me and said, we'll put together a website, we'll get some stuff together, we'll make it happen. It's a full-time job, I gotta say. It is full-time. And, it's hard to be consistent with it because I travel a lot, and, but there's a lot of ideas that we've implemented. Like, we do things like, for instance, the t-shirt that Carolyn's wearing right there. Yeah, the t-shirt right there. Carolyn, if you'll stand, can I see the back of that, your shirt, right? Okay, that right there, that artwork, a fan did that who's an art member of our club. Now what she did was she submitted that, and we said, that's a really cool design. So what we'll do is we'll throw it on some apparel, and people that buy it, not only do you get your stuff out to a market that you might normally have access to, but you get profit, kind of like iTunes. So she gets portions of every t-shirt sale, something like that. So we do stuff like that. We do different corn tests every month, or you can win free anime, and it's not just like artwork, but it's photography and writing and all that kind of stuff. Music creation. Someone created an awesome theme song. But we try to do lots of fun stuff and make it really fan friendly, and fans really help really foster what we do there. And so thank you for your support. Of course, thank you. But yeah, thank you guys for your support. And I like on the back, my favorite is on the back of your shirt. That right there, the logo. I love it. Thank you for representing and rocking TH. I love it. But yeah, but we have a good time. And also, of course, like I said, it goes to a good cause, which is the AHS, who they save a lot of animals all the time. So we're happy to have them and happy to have you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hi.
All right, so I have a question in terms of having to audition for a role that requires you to do multiple voices. How would you prepare for that?
A role that has multiple voices.
Or basically you're having to play multiple roles.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, I just get in the zone. I mean, I have a pretty wide range, so I tend to get cast to play smaller characters in a show. So usually, if the director's worked with me enough times, they just kind of know, and they'll just basically tell me bullet points as we cue up the video. It's like, all right, so now you're going to be a 400-year-old demon. He needs to sound 50 years old and a little bit grizzled and all that, and then we just put it together like that. There's no real prep for it. I mean, usually when we go into a session, I have no idea what I'm going to record, other than the fact that I have to be there and maybe the name of the project. But the director catches us up as we enter the booth and say, all right, this is the plot, here's what your character's doing, and if it's a new character, it's like, all right, here's it is, and we'll just sit there and play back and forth and dial it in, as they say. And then we're off and running.
Yeah, or if I know I'm auditioning for a Pokemon, I will seek out that Pokemon and feast on its blood to absorb its behaviors into my own so that I can accurately and honorably portray that character in the booth. So if it's like
That is preferred, yes.
if it's like an Edward Elric role, I will go and stalk Vic and then knock him out with some Rohypnol and take a limb or just a little. It's about half a pint of blood will do the trick. Vic's got freaking 8 pints. He didn't need all that. He didn't need all that blood. What's he doing with it? Holding on to it. Well, now I benefit.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hi. You are 4'9". Bam! I just guessed the height, ladies and gentlemen, and it was dead on! Up top!
I have a request for you. Can you say pasta in Italy's voice?
Pasta!
Thank you.
Thank you. I just had some of that yesterday. Angel hair. Hi.
Oh yeah, so my question is, if you were not voice acting, what would you be doing?
Jumping off of a bridge. If we weren't voice acting,
One thing, you wouldn't even be here.
no, if I weren't voice acting, I would be doing more on camera, which is what I do. Doing the other side of things. So I do on camera as well as VO. As there was no voiceover, I would just focus completely on camera.
I've geeked out about getting into voice acting for so long that I'd probably say if I weren't a voice actor, I'd be doing whatever it takes to become one. You know, taking classes and, you know, just honing your skills and networking and then eventually moving where the work is. So I've been able to work and move where the work is, LA, which for me, that's my goal, is to get into cartoon work primarily, but I still do anime and I love doing video games. That's what I mostly do now, actually.
Yeah, Kyle tears it up. He is all over the place.
I'm trying.
All over. Yes.
But we're very blessed. Very, very blessed.
Every day.
Every day. Yep. We got great agents. We're reading for great projects.
Yep.
We know a lot of great people, and
I mean, it's literally every day thinking about, like, man, this is awesome. It's not just, like, it's multiple times. Like, when I was walking to the hall, I'm like, oh, man, Lucky, please don't take this away from me.
Yeah.
Like, you know, so you kind of think, you're like,
I've never done a drug in my life, but I would liken the high of getting to do something you love as doing drugs. And then you do the job, and then you're basically fired, right? The project's over, they don't need you anymore. So it's like, oh, what do? Withdrawal, depression. And then someone else calls you, like, hey, we're going to hire you. Like, oh, and then you're hired.
voice acting is my precious.
Yes, it's that. It's the Gollum ring crack. Yeah. Because once you've tasted that, you don't want to give it up. You don't want to go, I'm going to go back to a day job because that's fun.
That's to record the birth. Yeah, so it's a lot of fun to do it every day, all the time.
All the time, even when we sleep.
Yeah, that's right.
Sorry.
Thank you. Howdy.
Hey, to Kyle, what was it like portraying Kamina during Bago?
Pretty awesome. Pretty awesome to get to be on an iconic show with an iconic character. I've still only seen the first 14. I've never finished it. I have a box set at home. And I was just reading on Twitter today, on Anime News Network, that the dub and the sub are coming out in box set form on Blu-ray in Japan for $700. It's a limited edition thing. But I know Bandai doesn't exist in America anymore, so hopefully something will happen and we'll see it come here. But man, talk about coolness and talk about accelerated production. You know, you say, oh, this will take 6 months or whatever, like on a show. It's like, okay, this is one season. We'll take our time. Oh no, we got the rights to it. And then, oh, guess what? Sci-Fi is going to air the dub. We have to, so we race through it. And luckily, when they had a great cast, great scripts, great performance, great Tony Oliver directing.
Yeah.
He's here this weekend, so be sure to give him high fives on doing such
On
a
his
awesome
hand.
show.
Oh.
High five on his hand or his head. No, it's like, yeah. No, it's just cool. I'm blessed with any opportunity to go in the booth and play someone, especially as cool as Kamina.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Hi.
Hi.
I have a question for Todd.
Yes, ma'am.
What's the strangest moment that's happened with a fan?
A strangest moment that has happened with a fan.
That you can say here in public.
Okay. Okay, so there was a fan that one time emailed me and said, "What are your favorite foods? Like, what do you like?" And so I said, like, I like a good grilled salmon. I like dark chocolate. I like frosting. I like stuff like that. Just all sorts of different stuff. Spam, and I'm not a huge fan of Spam. I just saw a guy wearing a Spam hat, and it's really cool. And so he emailed me, and he said, okay, cool. Well, he showed up at a con, this person, and he presented me with a dessert, like a little tray of dessert. And I look at it, and it's got everything that I told him I liked on one dessert. And it's kind of like, it looked like what I imagined what it would look like if you took a Ewok and cut him open and like just displayed it. That's what it looked like. And so he gave it to me, and I said, well, thank you. It's very sweet, because it is. It's very kind. It's like someone saying, what are your favorite things to do? Well, hell, I'm going to put them all in one thing and give them to you. That would be your most favorite thing. And it makes sense on paper. So I brought it back to my room, and I set it on the floor because I had a lot of stuff out. I'm really messy in my room. Like, I get nuts. I set stuff on fire, and I do experiments, and I break stuff, and I'm like, you know, all that kind of stuff. And so I set it on the floor. Well, I go to a panel, and I come back, it's gone. Like, where did it come back together? And Wicked got up and ran back to its hill. I don't know. Well, room service looked at it and thought it was garbage, and they threw it away. So the guy comes up to me and goes, hey, I'm going to need that tin back, that tray back. I'm like, oh, no. And I go, well, okay. And so I thought he was kind of kidding, I thought. Well, he emails me and he goes, I need that tray back. I mean, it was like this little, like, you know, just a little thing that you put the thing on. And I broke it down and I said, I don't have it. Don't have it. Room service took it. Your deal's with the Hyatt, not with me. And so they said, well, let me talk to my father. You're going to have to write him a letter of apology. I said, oh my God, okay. I said, well, I'm going to work on it and I'll get back to you. Then he emailed me, he goes, I talked to my dad. You don't have to write a letter of apology. I will bring you another dessert next time. And so he did. But it didn't have all the stuff on it. It was just chocolate. And he brought it to me. And I opened it. And I guess it was just too good not to avoid because there was a big bite mark out of it. But he goes, here. And chocolate right here. I'm like, is it good? Because you had some. Thanks. But it was cool. It was weird. It was weird.
Thank you.
What about you?
I can't top that. I haven't had really...
What about that time when I watch you sleep from the hours of 2 a.m. to 3 a.m.? Is that not weird?
No, not at all.
Okay.
I'm not asleep at 2 to 4 a.m.
I know now.
I just sit here in bed looking at my iPhone, Facebook.
I know it. I need the light from your phone so I can sketch you easier in the dark.
Yes, of course.
Hi.
Hi. My question is for Kyle. I read somewhere that they're going to continue Dragon Ball Z Kai, and I was wondering if you were considering like being Gohan again.
Well, I don't have to consider anything. I just have to hope they call.
And if they do, you would do it?
Oh, yeah, in a heartbeat. Absolutely. I was told when Kai started from Chris Sabat, they said, all right, so we're going to do Kai, but here's the thing. It's chopping all the filler out, and it's only going through the end of Cell. So we're not going to do Teen Gohan. And I go, oh, okay. Do I need to be the narrator? I go, actually, no, because you live in LA, and we're going to go a different direction. So I was like, all right, so I lost the director, the narrator. But I got to be Ox King, which is still fun because I love doing that voice. Like, oh boy, you know, he's like a very special Macho Man Randy Savage. But yeah, absolutely. And Sabat said, don't worry, if we ever get to do the Kai saga, or the Buu saga of Kai, then you can still be Gohan. So I'm going to hold it.
The saga, is that what you said?
The Buu saga, which was not done. It just ended in Japan. It was canceled after that. And until now, we said, all right, I guess we're done. But they've just announced that they're going to do it for a world market. So I'm assuming at some point, Funimation will have the rights to do a dub. So hopefully, fingers crossed.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Hello, Haberkornian.
I've actually only been for a month, and Caroline got me into it.
She's a good one.
Anyways, I wanted to know if you could choose a role yourself that you weren't called in for.
Edward Elric? What?
Which one would you want to do?
Oh, I tell you what. I would love to be like Obi-Wan on Clone Wars. That would be cool. And of course, Solid Snake would be cool. Metal Gear. Anything like that would be awesome.
Kyle, you
Anything that I would like to do? I would just love to be the next big cartoon pop culture icon, whatever that will be. But yeah, I would love to be anything in Clone Wars, anything in the Star Wars universe. I would love to be involved in the new Avengers cartoon, which our compadres, Troy, Laura, and Travis, are all members of the Avengers.
That's right.
Man, yo, lucky. Love to be a blimp on Tron Uprising.
Yeah,
Tron.
I'm an audience member on couch watching it.
Close enough, right?
Yeah.
It's going to be anything. Hire me. I'm desperate actor or anything.
Hi.
Hi. I'd just like to thank both of you for being so entertaining. And
Thank you.
My question is, what are some of the upcoming projects you guys are really, really excited for?
Well, thank you for that, first of all. Anything you can talk about?
Gosh, what's coming out? I have a couple characters on Unchained Blade for 3DS on the eShop. You can download it. It's a new JRPG thing that just came out like yesterday. What else? I don't know. More Naruto. More Bleach.
There we go, Naruto.
More the shows that never end. Blue Exorcist, the dub is continuing on. If you have a PS3, Neon Alley. Yeah.
Nura.
Yep, Nura.
Black Ops 2, Borderlands 2, Book of Silent Hill, Book of Memories. What else can I say? What can I talk about? World of Warcraft, Mists of Pandaria. Gosh, I don't know if there's anything. There's big one. I just can't mention a lot of them, unfortunately. Oh, Lord. Star Trek is coming up, so we got that going on. The life of Todd Haberkorn. That's a fun one for me. But thank you. There's a lot of stuff.
This one's for Todd. I was wondering if you knew that season 5 of Italia was coming out with the new beautiful animation.
Yes.
Thank you. What was your favorite line from either Italia or Full Metal Alchemist?
Favorite line from Italia or Full Metal Alchemist? Let's see. Favorite line from Italia is anything that I said as the kitten version, the cat version. And the favorite line from Full Metal is any time that I would try to fight for my consciousness back from greed. That's my favorite.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hello again.
I know. So, Kyle, I already asked you this question at a different con, but you're welcome to answer it again for all the fans. So, Todd, if you, out of all the voice actors that you have voiced, out of all the characters you've voiced, which character would you want to be in real life, and what would you do as that character first?
I would be probably the one that makes the most sense is Alan Walker from Derailment. And I would start fighting evil right now. The one that would be the most fun would be Keroro, because can you imagine just seeing like a 4-foot frog with a huge head running around? It's like that would scare a lot of kids. And the smell of it, frogs out of water are stinky. So you'd probably have this really groovy aroma. Probably. Oh, and with him, I would just run around. And he can run around with nothing but a hat on. God, how convenient is that? Just wake up in the morning, boom, throw on your hat, you're ready to go.
I think I'd be Kamina, and the first thing I would do is live.
So you don't have to be Son Gohan anymore, just teleport anywhere you want to go?
Oh, teleport? Yeah, if I were a Saiyan, if I were Gohan, for example, yeah. I just want to not have to sit on a plane for hours or sit in a car for hours. No more traffic jams, just instant transmission. Just there. No problem. Wouldn't that be great?
I would love that.
It's so cool. Everyone wants to fly. I don't know. It's like, no, don't you just want to get there instantly? You don't have to wait.
That's the bomb.
That is the bomb diggity.
about to bag it up.
This is a question for Todd. How do you feel about being called the Tom Cruise of anime?
I've never heard that. The Tom Cruise of anime?
Yeah,
I don't believe in Scientology. That's not my bag. Don't put me in that. Well, that's very cool. Wow. I'm taller than that, though. Well, that's groovy. Groovy. Yay. That is cool. I want that on a shirt. I can't make the shirt because how weird would that be? It's like I pick up the shirt and they're like, okay, method of payment, and I give him my card and it's my name on the card too. He's like, no. Go ahead and take it. I'm like, cool. Thank you for informing me of that. I'm gonna have to think on that.
Hello, gentlemen.
Hello.
I just have a quick question for the both of you. So, what would you say is the favorite character from an anime show?
Out of any anime show, our favorite character?
Yes, sir.
Kyle? Hit me with your best shot!
Yeah, there's so many awesome ones. I love Alucard and Helsing. It's pretty awesome.
I think my favorite is Excalibur!
Oh, yeah. Rock and roll dudes.
See ya. Hello.
I really want to ask one to one of you, so I'll pick Kyle. So Kyle, who do you think has a chance to go to Richie, Aizen or Ganji?
Who has a chance with Yoruichi? Aizen or Ganji? Aizen, definitely.
Oh, okay.
I think the power of persuasion. He just has to use that voice. Hello, ladies. Look at your man, now back to me. Look at your man, now back to me. I'm on a horse. Am I right?
Yeah, you're pretty much right. You already captured my heart. Thank you.
So, Kyle, I think we only have about 2 minutes left.
Ermagerd.
So, what if we do like a fast blast answer session of like, yeah, boom, yeah.
Okay, first of all, it's cool to meet you guys.
Nice to meet
like
you.
your work. Pretty much, when you come up with the voices, can you hear me? When you come up with the voices, where do you get the inspiration for that? Because Italy's voice is really, really high pitched. Like,
Well, my voice is just naturally feminine, but it comes from Nintendo, that one, because it's a me, Mario. And so let's go. And so I took that and I told the director, I said, hey, listen, it's gonna be Mario. And he's like, that's what I want. And I said, okay, well, I know that. So he let me do it.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Pop culture, basically. You know, stuff from movies, sometimes obscure characters. And things would just be lodged in my brain. It'll say, Kyle, you play this character. And then something, bing, and I try to put my own spin on it, but, you know, that's basically it.
Thank you. Hi.
Hello again. Okay, so I was wondering, what was your reaction to the moat people thing on Wiki Answers?
The moat people, if you don't know what moat people are, you gotta look it up online. Moat people, I fear them. I am not afraid to say that I have a few more sharp-edged weapons in my home because of it. But you know, they keep their distance for the most part.
Alright, thank you.
Thank you. Hi.
Hi, this is for Todd. Can you say something Natsu would say?
Something Natsu would say, oh, here I go thinking about what Natsu would say.
Any line.
Fire Dragon Roar!
Now backwards in Swahili.